What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. We are onto the patio section now, and yeah, we got some crazy Techo block pavers going in here. We got the Westmount, we got the Blue 80. Cool fire pit going on, a whole bunch of just really awesome stuff. So make sure you hit subscribe. Stay tuned. So you can see we've got our patio all dug out here and excavated, and now we're putting in the geotextile fabric. And once again, we've gone over this many times. Soil separator, plus it's gonna add some tensile strength to our base. So we had to trench out for our gas piping here and everything. We backfilled and we tamped that as we went, so it should be properly compacted. But if we do experience tiny little bits of settlement in this trench area, this will be able to bridge over those gaps. Plus we'll be putting in some geogrid, so we'll be good to go. But a little thing that you can add in there, not too expensive, give you more longevity out of your project. All right, we got at the stairs, minus 11.5 off the framing. Minus 11.5 over there, it's straight. Minus 13.5 over there, minus 15.5 here. So it's pitching 2 inches this way, 2 inches this way. What do you got for me?
Laying a open grade base for this paver patio, brought to you by Techo Bloc, with our new line of HD2 pavers.
HD2 plus.
HD2 plus. We're not quite at HD3, but we'll get there. HD2 plus by Techo Bloc. The name you think of when you think of pavers, patios that Premier Outdoor Living does.
All right, tell people what we got going on here. What's going on here?
So we got our setting bed down with a 3/4 inch clean stone, and then we're putting chip stone on top of it to get to the right elevation. We're gonna have some slight pitch heading that way, away from the patio. So water's gonna drain off. That's good. Giving Josh some piles of chipstone so he can get the pipes to the right height. Once he's got that all set with the zip level, we're gonna bring in chipstone, fast and furious, right down the line, get it nice and level, and then we can start laying pavers.
You filming?
Yep.
All right, what do we have going on here? I'm pretty much waiting to get tagged in, waiting for this setting bed to be done so that I can start laying some Techo block pavers. What are we gonna start with? What do we got here?
You got the HD2 Onyx Black and a...
Nope, HD2 plus, baby.
Oh yeah.
Now what's the difference, Pat, between HD2 and HD2 plus?
The aggregate depth is much greater for a sparkly finish that lasts a lifetime.
You said a lot of words there.
None of them were right.
We got the HD2 is the base technology here, where we have what's called a face mix on the top. So there's no larger aggregate towards the top portion of this paver, so it's going to wear more evenly. Now the HD2 Plus takes that up a notch. Factory sealed, baby. So we're going to have these nice deep black tones for much longer. Gotta love that. I'm good. All right, so we've got 2 string lines set up here, and we have it 5.5 inches away from here because we're gonna have our trim that's 1 inch. Whoa, watch out, string line's lava. We're gonna have 1 inch of trim on here, and then we're gonna have a double Westmount border, so that's 4.5, so 5.5 inches total. And then we squared off of this, but over here, we're gonna have 1 inch of trim, 4.5 inches of Avignon edge. It's gonna go straight across here for a little garden bed, and then we're gonna have the 2 Westmounts. So this is our corner that we wanna start in, and we're gonna go this way. Normally I don't like to do this because we have to walk across the screed bed to get to it, but we'll put down some plywood so we're you know, not disturbing it too much. But this is the critical part. This is where I want everything to work out nice and evenly. Whew. So let's get going on it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on over.
Don't be shy.
Walk very flat-footed.
Screen bed's lava.
All right, so you saw how we strung out this string line.
Stressed out line.
You can see how we strung out this string line with a square. It's very important, especially with a double herringbone pattern with a smaller paver, because the more seams, the more chances that you get off of your square measurement. So, you know, by the time you get over there, it could be like super squirrely. So we need to be really careful that we're keeping perfectly square so that all of our joint sizes are the same and we don't end up with joints opening up really big by the time we get to that corner. So we're just going a little bit at a time, and occasionally you might have some that stick up a little bit, so we'll just tap them into place, a little tap, tap, tap. And that's especially important with this 3/8 clean stone setting bed. It's a little bit more uneven than a sand base, so you got to work it a little bit more as you're setting them, but then you compact it, level it all out perfectly. See right here, we're sitting up a little bit high.
I was just looking at it. Oh, that's good though.
We just want to set that as we go. That's going to also help us stay on track here. Are you filming? You gotta let me know. It's illegal to film people without their knowledge. You filming?
No, it's legal to film people without their knowledge.
Film?
It's illegal to film them without their consent.
It's the same thing. Not worse. Alright, so we've got this double herringbone going down. And now we're gonna break it up a little bit. We've got the Shale gray Westmount right here. How's that look, Pat? Okay. Great. Oh yeah, looking beautiful. So like I said, we just tap these in with the dead bow hammer as we set them. Make sure everything's going in nice and straight. And what we're gonna do to break this up, because right here is where we're gonna transition into the Blue 80, which is that 3-piece modular design. But we wanna break up the color. So we have the Onyx Black here. We're gonna have, as a separator, the Shale Gray, but our Blue 80 is also Shale Gray. So we're gonna have this double border. Oh, look at that. Oh God, that looks so nice. Woo! My God, look how beautiful. Oh, that's just dynamite. Oh, it looks so great. Oh, I love it. So right here, this is essentially our corner, which is gonna break off into the Blue 80. So we'll get that down, and then right in the middle, graphics fire pit in Onyx Black. Whew, so sweet. We've got a bunch of these going down. Now we're getting to where the fire pit's gonna go. Here is our gas riser. This is just a little cap here. We're gonna dig that out a tiny bit, but the good thing is it's in like the perfect spot. So we want it to be about 75 inches off of here. We're at 72, so we're like 3 inches off that side. And we're right on 75 here. So that's just the center of our fire pit. We've got like 2 feet to work around it, so that's like perfect. We got it in the right spot. So we're gonna start figuring out how we're gonna do the fire pit. We got the graphics going in, all Onyx Black. It's gonna look real good. So we'll get to that in a second. All right, so we got all of our pavers in here. It looks freaking awesome. We've got this kind of walkway tying into the Blue 80 here. We used the Blue 80 because it's the same height as the Westmount, so it made it really easy to lay. But we didn't get a lot of footage the other day because it was super windy, rain was coming in, but we got all of our field pavers in. So let me show you a couple things. So we got the fire pit started here, you saw the other day. We didn't get to finishing it because we had some more stone come so that we could finish the rest of our field pavers, and we didn't quite get back to this yet. But we got the base done. That's the hardest part. We've got it nice and level, so it's just stacking it up from here. We do have some cool details on this, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit. So let me show you one more thing. I wanted to show you how we do our edge restraint. So we just do a concrete edge restraint and we try to get it as thick as possible. We're gonna be backfilling this with some soil that'll go right up to the pavers and some sod, but we wanna get a really nice heap of concrete here. You don't want just a tiny little bit that's gonna crack. This is a whole bunch of concrete. It takes a couple extra bags, but it's definitely worth it. So everything is gonna hold together and you're not gonna have movement on your edge. So the last thing that we need to do here is compact our pavers. We have to do poly sand, but trusses just came, so we're gonna hop on the trusses. We were hoping to get those done first anyway, but we're waiting on them, got delayed a little bit. So we're gonna jump onto the trusses now. We'll come back to the patio to finish that in the fire pit in the next video. But that's it for this one. So make sure you hit subscribe. Stay tuned for the truss video, which is going on next. And until next time, this is Premier Outdoor Living.